Hello, it's Dave Bowson here, and welcome back to another online multiplayer battle commentary. This is going to be a playback, and today I'm going to be playing as Athens, and we're going to be facing Sparta. Now, I asked the guy before we started if we could make it kind of Peloponnesian style battle, so that kind of ruled out pikes because that's a lot later on. Also Hippeas, lances and that kind of thing. So we're stuck with citizen cavalry. I've got one Hippeas lances, but that's because I wanted my general to be mobile. We also agreed not to have any artillery. So at this point I mainly did it just to have, cool hoplite battle. I expect it to be absolutely destroyed by the Spartans. So because they have much better infantry than me, I got a load of skirmishers. Got 3 Cretan archers, 3 mercenary Thracian pelters. In front of them I've got 3 Rhodian slingers, and I have 4 standard slingers. Most of them are all the way up to silver upgrades, just because I had a lot of money left over. I've got a long line of hoplites in the middle. That's kind of try and hold my center. On the sides I've got 4 swordsmen, backed up by mercenary Thracian warriors. So these guys are deadly, but they can't take much of a hit if it comes to missiles. I've got citizen cavalry on the sides. I've got 4 on this side, and I've got some Fero spears to help me out. On the other side I've got 4 swordsmen and 2 units of Fero spears, and I have 3 citizen cavalry and my lances. I've got some spears because I want to win the right side, hopefully. So at this point, let's look at my enemy. Over here he's got 4 units of Perioke peltast. He's got Royal Spartans, Spartan hoplites, and then some more Royal Spartans. Now, Royal Spartans can take a beating and a half. I'm going to stop playing while this happens. He has 3 units of Cretan archers. I think that's all he has for kind of long range missile troops, because the rest are pelters. He has 4 units of Tarentine cavalry in the center. He's got more Royal Spartans here, just a whole load, and pelters. So instantly I realise I've got a massive cavalry advantage. All he has is Tarentine, which if he uses them well, they can be very deadly against normal cavalry. But it doesn't look like, he's using it in a really interesting way. He's using it to kind of hold his center, so I can't run my cavalry through it, because if I do, he'll be able to catch my cavalry with his weak Tarentine cavalry, but it will hold out my cavalry for just long enough so a Royal Spartan come in and dispatch them, and they can do that very quickly. As I said, he's got a lot of pelters, and they do pack a punch, but they have a really bad range. So what do I start doing here? Just moving up. I've made hard routes for everyone, so they can move around easier. Now at this point I'm still thinking what to do, because he's got an interesting formation. Never really faced anyone doing this, and as soon as I see it I can kind of see what he's trying to do. And it's going to be hard, especially when he has, even though his center is crunchy, he's got kind of 2 big armored fists that can punch me on the side of the head if I decide to go in head first to the Tarentine cavalry. So he rushes in, hopefully trying to catch my people out of position. I move off my citizen cavalry to the sides just to scare him a bit. He responds. I think he was going to go straight forward, but when he sees my cavalry going, he pivots around. Do you notice the ones on the left are running quite a lot? He's walking these units, which is good. Good for him anyway. Put my slingers out front. Even though my slingers aren't that great, just to kind of scare him away. That's all we need to do. Boom. Managed to get 3 of them and injure a few more. Got armor piercing, so they're quite good at kind of hitting through shields. I think Tarantines are really good at catching missiles with their shields. I'm taking it quite slow here. So I've kind of come up with a plan by this point. I'm starting to put it into effect. Just going to send out all my my slingers at the front and slowly walking my hoplites everywhere because I need to. It's vital that I keep them fresh for what's to come. My slingers, I upgraded them because these guys are normally awful. You can take 2 or 3 rounds from another kind of unit and they will break. So hopefully by upgrading them they'll be able to hold their ground a bit more. I could always try and trade them off for these Cretan archers, which would be a great trade because these guys are a lot more expensive than my slingers. And slingers generally do really well against archers because archers have no shields. So he's doing all the manoeuvring at the moment. I've hardly done much. I just kind of reposition my armies to kind of suit along to complement the plan that I'm coming up with. And he keeps moving his Tarantines forward, which is, I guess, is a quite clever tactic because they're going to soak up missiles a lot better than, for example, a Royal Spartan. A Royal Spartan, they're so expensive that it is worth just dumping all the missiles you can into them. Tarantine cavalry, on the other hand, they're quite cheap, so if you use too much missiles on them, you know, that you kill them, but what do you gain really? You get rid of quite a weak unit. So he's sending his peltas forward. I sent my cavalry in there to take out his Tarantine because there'll be a problem later on if I don't take them out, because they don't agree with my plan of the battle, so I need to get rid of them. These archers also are a danger to my plan, so I also need to take them out. I was kind of microing over on the center, but now I come over here and charge out. So he's hopefully, you know, busy over here. I'm charging and counter-charging, you know, just trying to feint, trying to hit his peltas and Tarantines while I avoid his Royal Spartans. My hoplites did their job. I think they've routed one of the Tarantines. Where are they? There's one of their horses over here. So they've done their job. Over here we're taking out these archers, trying to do as much damage as possible because they also don't agree with our plan. We need to get rid of them for our plan to be viable. Just a quick hit and run. We've taken 10, 14, let's see how many we can take out before we leave. Oh wow, we took about 25, 26. That's a good trade. And how many cavalry did we lose? We lost 1 on this unit and none here. So that was a great trade-off. This Tarantine taking hits, but not really making it worth it. So I'm going to start concentrating on his Royal Spartans. Now these guys, you know, if I manage to get enough kills with slingers on a Royal Spartan, that is worth it, more than worth it. So he's advancing them. Are they in Testudo? No, I don't think they're. Sorry, not Testudo. Hoplite formation. They're not. So I'm guessing, you know, he's like, yeah, you know, we're gonna go in there, lock horns of the Athenians, and absolutely trounce them. I'm sending in some mercenary Thracian warriors because they're really good in the charge. So while they've got units, they've got orders to move somewhere else, we're going to start taking these guys out. Also, he thinks that's just a holding distraction. That's going to allow my whole hoplite wall to move backwards. You can see he is pushing on all sides. I'm also pushing. This wing, I've just sent them to make him hesitate. Same with my cavalry. My cavalry's here on this flank just to make him hesitate. because if he moves too fast and leaves any units behind, this is what's going to happen. Yeah, these guys are going to break quite quickly, and we still have some. So that's the same one we hit last time. See, he's realised his errors, so he's sending 2 Royal Spartans back. I'll send more cavalry, so they're reacting exactly as I wanted, pulling back. Oh, I think I start microing somewhere else because this is a bit of an error here. I think. Oh no, I get these guys. Got a good charge on them, but then they managed to surround me. So that was a bad move. I think I'm going to lose this guy. I forget about him because I'm too busy micromanaging my units over here. So they are getting a bit close. Do notice that they're on yellow while most of my units are on green. So they're going to be a lot more tired. They're very heavy hoplites. They've got a big heavy shield, big heavy armor. My cavalry is just kind of hanging around. This one, it gets caught out. It only did 10 damage to those peltasts, but it did draw in all of these units. My cavalry's on the move again. His whole army is one big mess at the moment, really. And we're going to keep retreating. We'll still have a long time to kind of. We've got a lot of room. We've got maneuvering room, more than enough if you look over on the map. Actually, let's have a look from here. So both our armies are a big mess. Even though I think mine's a bit more cohesive. We've got a kind of a center line, and his is just one drawn out kind of column. That allows me to send in my general and slowly take out the peltasts, because as we said before, they don't agree with our plan either. They just not compatible. They send some Tarentine cavalry to try and hold in my my units, which is good. But then while he's running these guys back, I'm just peppering them in the back. So these guys haven't even got into battle. Oh, it's really loud. Let's zoom out a bit. So these guys haven't even gone into battle. They're tired and they've already lost. They're already down to 85, sorry. How much? Yeah, 80, 79. Going down quickly, that's what I'm trying to say. My Forex swordsman, got to get them out of there. My general's only lost to 2 people, that's great. His Hippeos or Tarentine cavalry is almost all the way down. My Thracian peltasts are here peppering the Royal Spartans. Even if they're not killing them, they may do an HP damage because they're sturdy, those Royal Spartans. Over here we're hitting these guys on their unshielded side. Let's put it in slow motion. So most soldiers would hold their shield on the left hand side, which means if you shoot them from the left, it's quite a lot harder to hit them. But here, they're really unprotected from this side, and they're just going down like flies. Look at that. Oh, just the whole rank fell down. Look at that. My Fiero spears, they're a lot more mobile than any Spartan, so I can hit them, hold them for a bit, and then just run off, and they kind of just left there. Unless he gives them orders to specifically go after them, they'll just kind of be left in the dust. While he's concentrated over there, we need to finish off the Cretan archers. If he runs over, we can shoot him on the back. These guys are running away already. Should start concentrating on the others soon. He's sending his Tarentine cavalry to hold back my retreat, which is good. It's a good tactic, but I have so many more kind of missile units that it's just not worth. It's not doing much, especially with Thracian warriors. They can cut apart cavalry, weak cavalry like Tarentine cavalry. If you charge them with something heavy, they'll fall apart. But against kind of light cavalry, they will go to town, especially a depleted unit like this. So his Royal Spartans going into the fray, but they have, all hoplite units. They're going to have amazing holding power, but their charge is always going to be awful. I kind of let myself get surrounded here. I need to get out. Come on. Hopefully I do. Do I get out? His archers are about to run away. While he's running his whole unit, his whole left. Is that his left? Yeah, his left flank back to take out these cavalry. While he does that, I can shoot him in the back. I've got such a advantage over skirmisher units. It's ridiculous. My Fury Spears and 4-axe kind of units, they're just holding back. He's still trying to chase me, and I'm still running away. Slowly, I'm kind of sending my cavalry units further and further out, just to kind of envelop him, make him hesitate. I mean, if he goes in an all-out charge with his Tarantine to hold me back, and then has everyone just straight up charge, he will catch me. To kind of get out of that, I would have to send my own cavalry to help my units pull out. But by the time that they get there, his Spartans would get into the fight and tear apart my cavalry. I've sacrificed some Thracian warriors, but he's already lost a lot more units than I have, and I'm getting some lovely kind of back shots with my archers. They're using heavy shot, so they're going to do extra damage and straight into a Royal Spartan. They're winded, they're bloodied, and they're facing a well-disciplined force of hoplites. They're not the best fighters, but they're disciplined, and they can follow orders. So he's trying to dispatch my archers, but his, as I said, hoplites, they're wearing a lot of armor, big heavy shields, big spear, big metal helmet. They have bronze cuirasses as well, so that'll hold them back even more. These other Spartans should be a lot lighter, they're a lot quicker, but I think I've taken care of most of them. So look at these ones. You see they've got a different kind of body armor to the Royal Spartans. That's because they have something called a lino-thorax. So it's cloth basically. Layers and layers of cloth with glue. Very, very sturdy, but very, very light. So he's just managing to clip some of my citizen cavalry here. The rest of my cavalry, it's going to be a bit hard to follow the battle now. I've literally just sent them off into the distance. Might seem a bit funny to do that, but you'll see they'll come in handy later. I noticed I was spending them a bit too easily, so I literally sent them away so I wouldn't be tempted to kind of silly last stands with them, because it's just not worth it with the Spartans. I'm sending in some of my slingers out of ammo, so I'm just sending them straight in to kill the Cretan archers. So I think these guys have one more shot. Point blank range. It's going to do a lot of damage to these Cretan archers. That's a lot of kills, and then they should be getting charged soon. Over here, some of my units have basically almost made it to the back of their line, and they're almost catching me up. I'm still retreating all the way here, still retreating. His kind of centre holding force is almost gone now. I noticed this, and I literally just rush all my hoplites all at once. My hoplites are very fresh. All of his units are now exhausted because they've been running after me. They've been running after skirmishers. My heavy units, they've just been doing kind of straight. They've just been retreating straight back. They haven't been sent on kind of missions to chase off anyone. Over here with my Thracian mercenaries, I'm getting some lovely hits on their unshielded sides of the Royal Spartans. think he's noticed what he's done, that he's left his centre open, so he's retreated everyone. But once again, he's going after the mercenaries. He's going after skirmishers. Meanwhile, I've just pushed all my infantry straight through. In the back, I noticed that he managed to rout my slingers, so I sent my cavalry straight after them. Yeah, he managed to scare them off. Over here, I've sent my Hippias lancers against his own skirmishers. I should be sending him my cavalry soon. With my slingers, I'm targeting his general. This is quite an important part of the battle. He sends him off. I think he must have forgotten, but he sends him off to chase some slingers, and I'm now able to shoot at him from all sides. And you know, these could be the best units in the world, but being shot from everywhere, they don't have a chance. Hitting his soft, mushy units with my hard, pointy ones. So hold him with the first one. This second charge should, because they were quite thin, they should crash straight through. Oh, look at that! Barrels straight through them, all on the floor, and they break quite easily. Meanwhile, he's dispatching some more pelters, followed by some Royal Spartans. Which, oh, I'm wasting shots here. See, this isn't good. I need to pay attention. These guys, these slingers should be pointing at full healthy units rather than fleeing enemies. His archers are now gone, which is great. My cavalry can run away for a bit longer. And I'm just tearing my enemy apart from all sides. There we go. And as I said, Royal Spartans are so expensive that any kills we get against them is more than worth it. Oh, look here, I'm shooting pelters. That's bad. I should be concentrating on the Spartans, the heavy infantry. These guys just gonna carry on falling back. You know, some say it's a cowardly tactic, but I don't care. Athenians, we're all about winning. We don't care about honor. I'm not Athenian, by the way. Just playing as Athenians. I'm focusing all of my units onto telling them to fire all on one of theirs. I think these guys run out of ammo and they charged, so that was my bad. I wasn't really paying attention. They're going to get destroyed. I realised, so I should be able to run away. As I said, Spartans can stand their ground against almost any other unit. But it's going to take a long time because they're not that great at killing people. I mean, as opposed to sword units. They will tear almost everyone apart, but they'll take their time doing it. He's got Spartans chasing cavalry. Got slingers shooting the back of his Spartans on all sides. Got my cavalry taking out their guys. In the middle, we've managed to finally lock horns with some of the Royal Spartans, and look, these guys are vastly outnumbered, and they still managed to get my hot plates down to 104. I'm just trying to rest my guys here. I'm going to send some swords over to help against the Spartans because they're more useful, really. So he's got some peltas right next to my guys, which is it's a good tactic. These javelins do a lot more damage than a slingshot or an arrow. But overall it doesn't really matter because I am hitting them from absolutely everywhere. So if they stand still, stuff like that happens. This whole corner of the formation just being absolutely destroyed. Let's just focus on this for a while. Okay, don't cut my heart out. Sorry, Spartans. So Sparta, they've been the most powerful force in the Hellenic world, being brought to shame by the weak, girly Athenians. Finally, what are these? Oh, okay, so these guys, all this Fiero spears and yeah, they still have kind of, they've got ammunition because they can throw spears. So I'm going to send them out in the front, hopefully try and get some hits against the hoplites. These Spartans are still here. Should really be backing them up. I don't know why I'm not. Oh, here it is. So some swordsmen are gonna attack. They've managed to wear them down to 94 units. That's how good these Royal Spartans are. Sadly, they're exhausted because they've been running around pointlessly. They're surrounded by swords from the back. Should make short work of them. Okay, so this whole side has been either killed or they're slowly moving over this way. So finally my enemy sees sense. They can't beat us on open ground, so they're going to be heading over. They're going to be heading over to this corner, which, you know, in real life that wouldn't really happen. But it's a fair strategy on this game. Still has a few units over here, some Royal Spartans, so I start focus firing on these guys. I'm not going to go for these. They're exhausted. They're not at full strength. These are much better, juicier target. So heavy arrows, slingshots, all from behind is going to take its toll. They're leaving a bloody trail behind them. These guys, they're Spartan hoplites. They're not as precious to him as the royal ones. So I'm going to ignore them, head for the royal ones for now. I'm going to fast forward a bit, I think. Although it makes much difference for my computer. My general, I'm sending him off to the side just so I don't accidentally send him off to battle. As I said, we're just focus firing on units. This one managed to get, these guys managed to get themselves completely surrounded. I'm going to charge them with, some slingers just to pin them down. And on the other side, I'm going to hit them with some hoplites. He's trying to push them through, and because his guys are so heavy and my slingers are so weak, you can just ball straight through them. Sent my archers archers and slingers, sorry, to just run through and catch up to them. So we're within firing range, but I want them to be able to get one or two volleys off before they get out of range. I spot some slingers over here that are not doing anything, and make short work of them. Yeah, 3 units of cavalry. They don't have a chance. Poor guys. Now he's set up like a line of defense here with some power test. These guys are about to run away though. Too tired. He should be walking them. He should be arresting them right now. And I mean, maybe the front ones could start walking just to give them a small chance to catch their breath. All the while, anyone I can. Cheer up. Come on, Spartans, cheer up. So these guys are basically broken. Gonna send in my cavalry to hold this unit here. They've got really bad morale. They're wavering just from seeing my cavalry. I'm not going to attempt that with the Royal Spartans because these guys are tough, and it seems that if you were to attack them, they'd get even stronger. So he does the right thing. He stops them, puts on hoplite formation. But even then, smash into them. I don't do much initial damage, but my second one's going to be doing quite a lot of damage. He's already wavering. I just need to keep him there long enough for these cavalry to get there and absolutely smash them. And that's another kind of 100 and something men that I don't need to worry about. His skirmishers run away. They must have seen the cavalry was coming. So they've got 53 units here. They've got 99 here, 69 here, 80 here. These guys, cowards, have run away. So I think there's about 300 actually. About 300 Spartans, Royal Spartans, creme de la creme. I'm running everyone over. My hoplites are still quite fresh. Just trying to get here before they rest, before they can stabilize their units. I could try and charge them, but there's not much point really. He retreats a bit more, which is sensible really, because if he manages to kind of close off this part of the map with his units, I won't be able to get flanking attacks on him, so his morale is going to last a bit longer. But luckily, my slingers still have. They've got enough ammunition. They don't have loads, but they've got enough to make at least 2 of his units rout. So they're waving ones. If we focus on them, we can make them run. So my cavalry is. I've sent my general. I'm going to send him up to the front to have a chat. Leader to leader. Where's my guy? So I'm going to send him over. See, we can have a word with one of the Spartan kings. Spartans have 2 kings, by the way. Not sure why. I think it's just a kind of power balance, so one of them didn't get too crazy. Had quite an interesting government. So I send my general forward. He thinks it's a threat, so he pops on his phalanx formation, and I'm shouting over to the Spartan king to just bend the knee. That's all you need to do. Admit that the Spartans, so that the Athenians now rule all of Greece. He kind of throws his sword at me, so I kind of move back, and I'm going to move in my slingers to take them out. He sees this and just has one final crazy charge. Oh, just look at that. They're all falling, leaving a bloody trail. This unit, they can't take it. Too much for them. Oh, punishing attacks. Missiles coming from all sides. Oh, is that a hero? That's the king. He runs in, gets smacked in the face by a peasant, and decides it's simply not worth it, and he's going to run away. The pride of Sparta, humiliated by peasants with straw hats. Don't know why that guy's got a torch. Oh, I'm sending flaming things and must have stuck to his head. So at this point, the king has fled, and his bodyguard gives up the fight. Let's have a look at how our units did. Our general got 94 kills. That's quite good. Our cavalry, 65. That's not bad for citizen cavalry. This one, I think this is the one that got caught up in the middle of kind of like 3 or 4 Royal Spartans, so they had no chance. 102. That's really good. That's probably all archers. 54, not bad. 116, that's really good. That's probably these two are probably the ones going after the archers and peltast. 58, 47, not too bad. And the fact that we had kind of 4 pretty much full strength units at the end of cavalry, it's great. Our Cretan archers, we have 117. That's really good considering most of those kills are very expensive for a Spartans. 75, 144. That's really good. Slingers again, 153. That's great for any missile unit. 100. Thracian peltasts. Now these guys didn't do as well, but I think most of it was HP damage, and you know they stayed alive, so that they helped out. The slingers, not as bad, but I mean 99 kills considering that's such a cheap unit, and most of the units they killed were really expensive. Good trade-off. Now here's the interesting thing. Let's look at our hoplites. 3 kills, 0, 8, 0, 0. One of them got 75. I'm not sure who he was fighting. That's a weird outlier, and he almost lost nothing. He managed to rank up. 0, 7, and 30. So our tactics of denying the superior Spartan infantry seems to have worked. Thracian warriors, they didn't do too bad. I mean, 2 of them were awful, and these Thracian warrior in the middle, they did really well. I think they paid for themselves really. The other 2, I think we've sacrificed them to keep our hoplites intact. So I think it was worth it. Swordsmen, these guys didn't do too bad. 104. It looks like they've lost like 1 man, so they did an amazing job. Same here, 67 kills. That was really good. And the spears, I think most of the kills they had were by throwing spears, and you know they did their job. Just scaring the Royal Spartans away because of their javelins. Let's see the enemy. So his only one of his Tarentine kind of paid for themselves. This one here, the middle one, 68 kills, not that great. His archers, only one of them got kind of decent amount of kills. His peltast, 90 kills, that's very good. 92 kills down here. 49, that's average, but the rest of them 35, 21, 62, not too bad. Let's look at his Spartan hoplites. So for a full unit, two full units of Spartans to die completely without any kills, that's where he went wrong. He should have got less of these and invested more into cavalry, because you know there's no point having these really fancy shiny units if they're going to get shot before they even get to the fight. You need to support them somehow. He maybe could have got some slingers to counteract my skirmishers, but yeah, the one that got the most kills was this one here with 84 kills. It's simply just, it's not worth it. Where were his Spartan hoplites? Oh, sorry. Oh no, these were Spartan hoplites. Okay, so 2 of his Spartan hoplites had no kills, which is it's not as much as of a tragedy, but still quite bad. Oh, this must have been the one at the end. Oh, well, that was a very interesting battle, and we're going on to 40 minutes now, so I'm going to end it here. Hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.